Welcome to my AI news for the week. Why is it my AI news for the week? Well, because there's so much AI news going on that I have to trim it down to something, and I am prioritizing trying to get my movie made rather than trying to build a YouTube channel. So I figure I'll just keep working on my AI movie one step at a time and report in on what I've been doing. Basically the news from a guy who's trying to take his feature film screenplay and turn it into a watchable movie one day. So let me tell you about what I've been up to this week. Runway Gen-3 and LUMA have been going head to head now for about a week or two. And I thought it's about time that I asked myself, really, is it time for me to actually start making my movie? My movie, by the way, that took me 10 years to write for a story that I absolutely love. Love it. I laughed and I cried while I wrote it. Because Hollywood is unlikely to ever make my movie, AI is exciting for me. So Gen-3 and LUMA, they're great tools. I had a little play this week and I thought, let's see what happens. What if I took the opening scene from my movie and I took the action and typed it straight in to Gen-3 and LUMA to see what happens. And by the way, the opening scene is a hyperlapse type drone shot through major London landmarks. It's set in present-day London. The opening scene, you kind of zoom through all these identifiable landmarks, and then the camera ends up at Leicester Square, goes down through the doors of a nightclub, and then pans around to see the bustling energy of the nightclub, and ends up coming right back around to look at the door just in time to see our girl come bouncing through the door with her girlfriends on her 18th birthday party. It's my opening scene, with some other narrative going on along as well, but that's the visuals. And so I started off with literally just taking all the text from the action prompts and the bits that had to do with the hyperlapse. Garbage. It didn't work. Let's see, I tried Gen-3 first and it looked like this. It didn't look like Big Ben or the London Eye or Nelson's Column or Piccadilly Circus or Leicester Square. It just looked like a mashup of something. I was overloading it. Well, I thought, let's see. Let's just see what happens. Can I just drag and drop text straight from Screenplay into the tool? No, you can't. So I broke it up a little bit and thought, well, let's kind of take down some of the shots and make individual little shots of some of these identifiable London landmarks. Not so great either. Runway, really bad. LUMA, better. LUMA, I at least managed to get a sort of London Eye and sort of Big Ben. They're still chaotic. So identifiable, geographically accurate landmarks is something that Gen-3 and LUMA both struggle with. Now, this is going to take a long time. The reality is no. Gen-3 and LUMA, they are not going to make me my movie. They're going to produce some cool stuff, but nowhere near being able to make me my movie yet. I'm okay with that because I'm playing the long game. Here's something I need to explain. The Filmmaking TRILEMMA. If you've never come across this is really important to get your head around. When somebody wants to make a movie, they want it to be fast, cheap, and great. But here's the problem. You can only ever have two of those things. You can have fast and cheap. You can have fast and great. You can have cheap and great. But you can never have all three. Something has to give. Now, I want my movie to be great, and I have no money, so it's going to have to be cheap. That means by default, it's not going to be fast. So I've got used to that, and I'm okay with that, and I'm playing the long game one step at a little time. Here behind me, this is my stepping stone towards my movie. So these are the things I'm working on next. And of course, I've got my ebook uploaded, and I've got my paperback, so I can kind of, in fact, look, ebook, I can cross that off as the first major step of getting my movie made. And then we can start creating an illustrated ebook. We can create an audiobook. We can create an illustrated audiobook and start building up an audience by uploading that to YouTube and social media. I can create fake social media accounts for my characters, start to build a buzz around the backstory of some of my characters. And I can use AI to do that kind of thing. So there's lots and lots that I can do, and you could do with your story as well, to begin to move it forwards whilst we're figuring out how close we are to ultimately making the movie. Gen-3 and LUMA, they are text to video options. I am really looking for video to video options. Why? Because it's much easier to direct human actors than it is to try and get the AI to do human things, because the AI doesn't understand instinctively. And from what I've seen, we're a long way from AI instinctively understanding what it means to flirt, what it means to be scared, what it means to be suspicious, what it means to just have a moment where you've realized something has changed and you've got new information, a penny's dropped in your head. These very subtle, nuanced human expressions, they don't come remotely naturally and never will come naturally to AI. I had some friends this week who were willing to run a little test shoot with me, and I wanted to just illustrate this point by showing the difference between video to video and text to video with something as subtle as a young man just gently caressing the face of his girlfriend. It's actually a scene in my movie. I thought, let's see, can text to video replicate that? Well, no, that's the short version. So Haiper, that was a bit weird. Kaiber gave me some great results, except for the weird back of the head thing going on, so they were unusable, but I mean, there are lots that I liked about them. LensGo was nice, the lighting was lovely, and by the way, none of this is finished product cinematic. This is all stepping stones. So what I'm looking at is something that says, could I use it with without at least distracting the audience? And a head sticking out of the back of a girl's head, that will distract the audience. You know, you can't use that kind of thing. But the thing that I got from LensGo, for example, that was lovely enough that was usable. I tried a new tool called NIM. Got access to that, and that had some really interesting results. Basically, it's video repainting. But the surprising winner of this week was DOMO. I've had great results. DOMO will let you take an image and a prompt and a video and stick them together. Now, I would like more controls, but I'm happy with what we have. At least their default settings seem to be producing really nice results. Video to video will always pick up something of the background environment. Try and make it work for you if you can, because I tried a pirate ship, and I tried a fairy tale castle. I tried streets of Paris. I did get some of the elements in, and it was a close-up shot, to be honest, so it wasn't a shot where you would have had a lot of the background in there. I really like the results. Again, there's a lot of limitations, but if you know what you're working with, you can certainly take something that was shot in the corner of an office, which is all we were in. We were in a borrowed production company's office. It's great to have some space. But it wasn't a movie set, and that was okay, because the other thing is that the lighting, you can play around with that in AI, and some of the lighting is really lovely. So that went really well this week. Hey, if there's a woman in your life who loves to laugh, cry, and think, this book would be great for her. Will you do me a favor? If I set a link here, can you at least have the woman in your life, whoever she is, go check out the back blurb and see what she thinks? Would she watch the movie? I'm not asking you to buy the book. I'm selling it, but I'm not asking you to buy it. This channel, by the way, is almost entirely dominated by male viewers, which, yeah, hey boys, good to have you on board, but this book wasn't written for you. It was written for the women in your life, or at least the movie, the screenplay that I'm working on. It's a great movie though. You'd like it too. You would, I promise. It's a really clever story. Yeah, I'm done. Bye.